Hello, everyone. My name is Chloe Fowler, and I did my communication audit report on the American Hereford Association and their different entities that they have within their organization and the communication and marketing strategies they have moving forward for the next 5 years. So a little bit about the AHA. The AHA is a not-for-profit membership association. So on taxes, it is written down as a not-for-profit. However, it is a little different than a foundation because it is a membership-based organization. So the AHA serves as a marketing tool for its members, representing the Hereford breed, Hereford breeders, and ranchers across the country. They are currently the second largest breed association in the nation, but they work with a significantly smaller staff than their counterpart, who is the current largest breed association. And so the entire point of this communication audit is to figure out how to strategize their communication efforts the best they can to provide the most bang for their buck with their current staff and be able to focus on the things that their staff should make a priority for the future. So diving a little deeper into the complexities of this association, the association has different organizations related to it or even as subsidiaries or partner organizations. So for instance, Hereford Publications, Inc., which would be referred to as HPI, Certified Hereford Beef, which would be referred to as CHB, American Beef Records Association, the National Junior Hereford Association, or NJHA, and the Hereford Youth Foundation of America, or HIFA. So to add to the complexity of the communication strategies that the AHA has, all of those 5 organizations, excluding the American Beef Records Association, so 4 of them, all have their own independent communication director and managers. They all have their own independent social media platforms. They all have their own independent website focuses. And so it just adds to the confusion where they all work as independent organizations, all with the same goal in mind of the Hereford breed and the Hereford breeders that they serve. So for instance, also the Hereford Youth Foundation of America and the NJHA are high partners with the AHA. The NJHA is technically a subsidiary of the AHA. However, a lot of their funding comes from the foundation. So again, just adds to some of the confusion. HPI and Certified Hereford Beef are for-profit entities, and they function separately, but with, again, the same mission in mind of promoting the Hereford breed and Hereford beef. So diving a little bit into the research that was done, one form of research was a leader interview conducted with Amy Cowan. Her title is the Director of Youth Activities and Foundation at the AHA, but she has held multiple different roles across her tenure in the organization, ranging from working in HPI with the magazine, different communications focuses, over to now her current role with the youth and foundation, which adds again to the complexity considering her role is split between the AHA and the foundation. Her loyalties sometimes can become conflicting whenever it's which one should you have more of a focus towards. Secondly, field research was conducted and it utilized a survey that was given to members who attended the 2022 annual meeting and educational forum. This annual meeting is held every fall for the AHA in October. And this past year, the AHA hosted a new strategic plan. They unveiled their newest strategic plan that was a year in the making. And this strategic plan is supposed to guide the AHA for the next 5 years. So this is the perfect opportunity to gather insight from its members on what they view and deem to be the focus of the AHA and what they think the AHA should focus on more so coming into the future. So some of the findings that came from this research, the first would be from our interview with Miss Amy Cowan. She discussed how new employees, even since the beginning of her working with the AHA, can voice confusion and have a lack of training and feel like they are not being prepared for the job that they are being given. Even current employees who hold a tenure do not feel like they are being trained well if there is a new launch of a different marketing program, a new launch of a different research program, and there is not much communication between the different entities and training on different programs across the association internally. Secondly, she discussed that it always seems to have a disconnected marketing strategy between the different organizations we listed before, which is understandable and to be a given because there is so many different organizations that host different focuses, all with the same end goal in mind. But this disconnected marketing strategy does not bode well for a unified front. And thirdly, the survey results from the annual meeting showed that a sector titled from the CHB, Certified Hereford Beef branding program, the focus should go there. Some of the responses were not pretty when it came to what they deemed useful information coming from that session and from the Certified Hereford Beef's mission moving forward. There's the amount of faith in the organization in that program has gone down, and it should be something that the AHA, Certified Hereford Beef, and all other entities focus on moving forward in order to build the faith back up in that program. So the recommendations for the AHA boiled down into 3 main points. Would be 1, to improve employee onboarding and training, 2, to coordinate communication efforts between branches, and 3, to have an increased focus on marketing efforts by the Certified Hereford Beef brand. In conclusion, when you're pulling that research and those different findings together, here are 3 tangibles that the AHA can use in layman's terms to focus on and have as their goal through this next 5-year strategic plan. The first is a focused emphasis on training efforts. This is both for new and existing employees. So new employees need to have better training for their entry into the association, and those existing hires need to have better communication and training for new programs and new research being launched within the association so they can communicate it better to the members. Secondly, is a divide and conquer approach to the different communication managers throughout the different entities. So the Director of Communication and Digital Content for the AHA will have final say in decisions that affect the overall awareness of the Hereford breed, while still maintaining the final say within certain entities of their speciality. So for instance, the National Junior Hereford Association's communications coordinator would focus and have the final say on anything that relates to the juniors, the junior programming, and the junior message. However, if there is anything that the NJHA is doing in partnership with the AHA, whether it be an event, whether it be hosting something during one of the AHA's events, the Director of Communication and Digital Content for the AHA will have final say in those types of marketing. So that way there is a bit of a funneled chain of command, especially when these organizations are partnering on projects. Finally, there will be an emphasis on targeted marketing efforts for the CHB brand. This is an emphasis on the CHB brand across all different platforms affiliated with the Hereford breed, all different social media platforms, all different entities, and that they need to be enlisted to focus on the improved demand for the branded beef product. With all entities focusing on it and aiding in that communication effort, hopefully the faith from the members and the awareness by consumers will increase. If the AHA takes these 3 tangibles and those 3 recommendations and focuses on them moving forward, they can hopefully achieve these goals by the end of this 5-year strategic plan. And then when they create their next 5-year strategic plan, implement a new communication audit to understand how to best achieve this communication strategy. Thank you.